From Mia Khalifa message to service members.
I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD.
To President Trump's new executive order.
When you burn the American flag, it incites riots.
Would you eat here?
We throw it in the microwave and then we serve it to you.
Zelensky targets billions.
Kyiv is seeking to secure at least $1 billion monthly from allies to purchase US weapons.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to ShowNewTrend. I'm Yusuf Day and my name is Elvis Derry.
Kyiv is seeking to secure at least $1 billion monthly from allies to purchase US weapons.
Ukrainian President Zelensky is now demanding a staggering $1 billion every single month to keep his war against Russia going.
Kyiv is seeking to secure at least $1 billion monthly from allies to purchase US weapons. It's through NATO's Pearl program, where members of the alliance buy weapons from the US for Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke on Monday alongside Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store in Kyiv. Zelensky praised Norway's decision to join the initiative and highlighted its role in supporting Ukraine's energy security amid Russian attacks. Norway has joined the Pearl program, which allows you to buy weapons in the United States, he said. Our goal is to fill this program with at least $1 billion per month.
Together with the UK,
Store reaffirmed support for Ukraine's air defence and maritime capabilities. He added that Norway would prefer having a peace agreement with Russia prior to contributing to Western security guarantees for Kyiv. Zelensky said he would meet with US Special Envoy Keith Kellogg later on Monday to discuss preparations for a possible future meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Black Americans are raving about how much safer it feels to walk in the streets of DC thanks to Donald Trump. Just listen to what one of DC residents had to say.
They said FBI, DEA, ICE, it's all that outside in Washington, D.C. I don't even got to look over my shoulder no more. I'm walking around with this shit. I ain't hiding none of this shit. I'm walking blocks with this. Listen, jump out on me if you want. I'm going to scream. They're going to be here in 33 seconds. As soon as you jump out, get that shit up. Ah! Help! They going to help the shit out of me. Y'all jump out if y'all want. Good God almighty, boy. I got some motherfucking help. Some backup. For real, you jump out, I'm gonna blow your ass. Look, they right here. Look, they outside though. Oh, God almighty. I could just scream, they gonna help me.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says arresting violent criminals does not reduce crime. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy. Listen to what the Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson had to say about this.
As the mayor of this city, I can tell you that Chicagoans are not calling for a military occupation. They are calling for the same thing that we've been calling for some time, and that's investment. What safe cities across America all have in common, they invest in people, and that's what we're doing in Chicago. We need the federal resources to make sure that we're building more affordable housing, expanding mental and behavioral health care, education, all of these things that could reduce crime and provide real community safety. Instead of spending hundreds of millions of dollars for a publicity stunt to invoke chaos and terror, the federal government should spend that money on proven solutions to crime and violence reduction. We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down. We cannot return to the same failed strategies that got us here in the first place. Under the previous presidential administration, we requested more federal resources to address gun violence in our city. We continue to make that same call. We have made significant progress on our own, but there is so much more that we can do if we had real support from the federal government.
DC residents are demanding for President Trump to end the militarization of its city and allow people to commit crimes again. Like, how is this possible? Listen to this.
To save us, stop over-policing our communities. It's not just about this moment, it's about what we do from here. This energy Go ahead and do something positive. Tap into the community. I don't care if it's a community of 5 people in your neighborhood, your cul-de-sac, your apartment building, whatever it is. Make sure you look out for one another because we are all we got. So don't think they're going to be the ones that come save us, and understand that what's going on right here in the nation's capital will be showing up at a hood near you. So what y'all do right here on this front line is not just the front line for DC. Y'all the front line for the country. Y'all the front line for the community. Y'all the front line for the culture. Let me hear you say free DC. Let me hear you say long live go-go. Long live go-go.
Adult content creator Khalifa wishes veterans and employees, service members to get PTSD.
Good morning to everybody who is not in the U.S. military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting at home and not on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting a war for a country that doesn't care about them. I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD and then come back here and see how much the United States cares about you, Pookie. See how much they care about you when you come back with, oh, I'm so sad. I piss my pants every time I see a falafel stand in Manhattan. Let's see how much the VA cares about you. Let's see what they tell you to do with your little broken brain from going over to fight a war that's not yours. They're going to tell you to try breathing exercises because the U.S. government does not give a about you once you cannot die for them. Once you're done, once you're a shell, they don't care about you. What did I say on Z-Way that one time? Yeah, I think that still stands as.
President Trump has just signed an executive order to jail protesters who banned the American flag. Listen to what he had to say.
When you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning, and then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they used that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is.
Incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record. And you will see flag burning stopping immediately, just like when I signed the Statute and Monument Act. 10 years in jail if you hurt any of our beautiful monuments. Everybody left town.
Cracker Barrel employees no longer care about their jobs after their work CEO destroyed the heritage. The employees are exposing how food is being cooked.
You want to know how your meatloaf is cooked whenever you come to Cracker Barrel? We throw it in the microwave and then we serve it to you. And sometimes it's still cold.
If you ask yourself, what is diplomacy? Vice President J.D. Vance was forced to explain diplomacy to Christine Walker like he's talking to a 5th grader. Listen to this.
Where exactly is the pressure on Russia to do anything if you're not right now imposing new sanctions? How do you get them to a place of getting to the table with Zelensky and stopping to drop bombs?
But Kristen, I think that question betrays a fundamental misunderstanding of where we are. The president has applied aggressive economic leverage, for example, the secondary tariffs on India to try to make it harder for the Russians to get rich from their oil economy. He's tried to make it clear that Russia can be re-invited into the world economy if they stop the killing, but they're going to continue to be isolated if they don't stop the killing. The president has applied more economic pressure to the Russians to stop this war than Biden did in 3 years.
You know,
so the idea that we're not doing anything, we're already doing things right now, and this is how negotiation works. You do something, you talk to the parties, you try to see if there's a meeting of minds. Again, we believe we've already seen some significant concessions from both sides just in the last few weeks. We're going to eventually be successful, or we'll hit a brick wall. And if we hit a brick wall, then we're going to continue this process of negotiation, of applying leverage. This is the energetic diplomacy that's going to bring this war to a close.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's show. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.